Hi there, I'm the real Jason Duncan, and this is Results Through Integrity with another edition of a Friday sales tip. And if you haven't followed the hashtag Friday sales tip, make sure you do that. You can follow it on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram to get all these videos. I've been doing this for a very long time. Hundreds and hundreds of videos on this concept, so you can go check that out. Today's tip is this: the answer to confusion is always a no. Before I get into the tip, I want to do a plug for my new podcast called The Root of All Success. The Root of All Success is a podcast where I interview very successful entrepreneurs and I talk about how they grow incredible companies. And the premise is there's 5 P's of success that every entrepreneur uses to get to success. And I look at that in the real life example of some of America's most powerful entrepreneurs. So you can go to therootofallsuccess.com and you can subscribe on any of your podcast players. And of course, it's also on my YouTube channel. It's a video podcast as well. So you can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel, The Root of All Success, at this link here, youtube.com/C/TheRealJasonDuncan. And I've got a playlist specifically designed for that podcast. Now on with today's tip. So have you ever been confused? Not just generally, but like when somebody's selling you something, you're trying to buy something, whether it's a home mortgage, whether it's buying a house or a car or a new suit or a dress or an engagement ring or a nice watch or a dog or whatever it is that you're trying to buy. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of the sales pitch and the explanation pretty confused? Like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't really understand the concepts. I don't understand where he's going with all of this. Now, if you've ever been in that situation, I want you to tell me, well, put it in the comments, but I want you to tell me, did you end up making that purchase? If you're honest, 99% of the time when you're confused about a purchase, you don't make it. Somebody that we all know, Donald Miller, who's got a great book called Story Brand, and I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. It's about the idea of branding yourself through story. Talks about this concept that the answer to confusion is always a no, with my appreciation to Donald for this idea. And he's right. The answer to confusion is always a no. If you're confusing your employees and your team members, they're not going to perform at their highest level. If you're making things clear, they will perform better. The same way, if you're a professional salesperson, if you're confusing your prospects, if you're using mumbo jumbo and jargon and industry insider language and they don't know what that is and they are confused, they're typically gonna say no. Now, if you're a salesperson like me, you don't want no's, you want yeses. And if a yes can't come, then a no is good. But you don't want no's, generally speaking. You want a yes. And the answer to confusion is not going to get you a yes. The answer to confusion is going to get you a no. So there you have it. That's this week's Friday sales tip. Make sure that you're clear, that you're concise, and that your messaging and jargon is exactly what the customer needs to keep them clear on what you're pitching, what you're trying to sell, because the answer to confusion is always a no. If you'd like more content like this, make sure you follow me at hashtag Friday Sales Tip. I also do a weekly video series called Weekly Wisdom. You can search for the hashtag Weekly Wisdom and find videos there every week about how to apply the wisdom of Proverbs to your position as a business leader. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn or Instagram, I'm at The Real Jason Duncan. I will see you on next week's Friday Sales Tip, and until then, remember, Jesus is King.